Hey guys, it is me, Adventure Times Talks, and today we're going to review the newest episode of Adventure Time titled Princess Day. Now, I was looking forward to this, and I did enjoy it, kind of. I don't know, I'm going to talk about it, and then I will say what I think at the end. So, it started off them being in Breakfast Kingdom with Breakfast Princess hosting this year's annual Princess Day, and considering the fact that the show's been running for about 3 or 4 years, this is the first time they showed Princess Day, so very interesting because this we've had 6 seasons, so we have not, and this is the first time we're seeing this, so very interesting. And so they're in a huge conference room, and it seems like every princess is pretty much bored out of their mind while Breakfast Princess is talking, and she goes on talking about stuff, and then she starts talking about all the problems that all the kingdoms are having with trading and being attacked or whatever. So as she's talking about that, all the princesses start fighting or arguing at each other about stuff that they were promised as a trade and they never got. So they're all fighting or whatever, and they were all fighting, and LSP just is bored out of her mind because she's technically not in any of this because she doesn't have her own kingdom or anything, so she yells out, she's bored out of her mind, and Breakfast Princess being, saying to her that, like, you don't have a kingdom, so you have no right of talking or whatever. So she gets mad and starts back talking Breakfast Princess, and Breakfast Princess gets so mad that she sends her out of the room or whatever. And Marceline, being the person that has the same like attitude or whatever as LSP, decides to join LSP, and they decide to band together to like prank or mess with Breakfast Princess as all the princesses and her are in this conference room. So they go and they decide to go in a room and trash it up. So they had to trick this guard, which was very funny how they tricked him. And then they finally go in and they were wrecking everything, and as they were wrecking everything, one person decided to starts to open the door because she can hear people inside there, which it was pretty funny because she was opening the door really slow so LSP could find or figure out a way how to get out of the situation. So she finally opens the door, and LSP gets citrus, or I don't know what type of fruit it is, but she gets this fruit and she squirts it in this syrup guard, and the syrup guard gets all blinded, so they were able to escape, and they're running through all these hallways, cutting through the walls, and they get to this big tall tower, and the guard that got the stuff squirted in her eyes finally caught up to him, and before the guard got there, LSP and Marceline cut a hole in the tower, and as the guard was looking to see what's happening, they scared the guard out through the hole off the tower, and she fell. I don't know how far she fell, but she was fine after that. So after they do that, it was funny because after the girl or the maple syrup guard or whatever fell out of the tower, LSP and Marceline made sure she was still okay. So after they made sure, they went to Breakfast Princess's garage, and they steal her car. And as they're driving along, they accidentally run into Breakfast Princess, which was informed that vandalism is going on in the castle during their meeting or whatever. So she tries to stop them, and LSP was driving, and Marceline was in the passenger seat, and she got hit by the car. So that happened, and it was pretty ridiculous that they actually hit her. I think it was more of an accident, but they hit her, and she wasn't dead, so they decided the best thing to do was throw her in the trunk of the car, and they threw her in the trunk. They drove out to the desert, and as they got to the desert, they opened up the trunk, they threw her out, and they gave her a shovel and said, "Start digging," which was really random. So she starts doing that, and they were driving away, and LSP is like, "Well, no, if you stop digging," which was pretty funny. So they drive away, and in the car, they were thinking, like, does this make us bad people? Because, you know, they're princesses, so they don't want to be bad, even though Marceline is from the Nightosphere and LSP is like a really, really stuck-up person or whatever. But they were contemplating, like, is this bad? And Marceline's like, she believes that everybody's good, but they do bad things. So they were thinking about that, and they decided, like, it's probably not that bad or whatever, so just don't worry about it. As they were doing that, they actually weren't paying attention, and they drove off a cliff. And they were, since Marceline and LSP can float or fly or whatever, they were able to, like, float in the air as the car's crashing down. And then after that, it goes into a next shot, and it was, oh, I forgot to mention, when Princess Breakfast was informed that the castle was being vandalized, she sent her little sister, Toaster Strudel, to talk to everybody while she was gone. And then after they crashed the car, they go back into the shot, and the little sister, Toaster Strudel, was talking, and she said, like, they were gone for a while, and then the last 3 words she said, everybody started cheering. So I'm assuming that Toaster Strudel was able to figure out all of the problems of all the trading or whatever and fix it all up. So as she said the last 3 words, everybody's cheering, everybody's happy, and then the episode just ended. So my thoughts on it, I did like it, but it was more of like the LSP Marceline show, not Princess Day. We just saw all the princesses for like probably a minute or 2 in full, and the rest was about LSP and Marceline, which I was expecting more princesses, maybe learn about them more, but nothing like that. And the ending was a little bit abrupt, because we don't know if Breakfast Princess is going to be stuck in the desert for a while, or Marceline and LSP are going to turn around and go get her or whatever. But yeah, it was really an abrupt ending, and I didn't really like that, but it was a good episode and all, a very fun one to watch if you guys haven't already seen it. But I hope you guys enjoyed my review. Please tell me what you guys saw in the comments about anything that I said or anything that happened during this show, and I hope everybody has a great day. Bye, guys.